blast. I'm not sure what the ride is. All I know is the decision's final. Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around. Before he left the cannery.
Any luck finding one of those manuals? Whoa!
Are you, are things...
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with...
No, kid? Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment. Well, don't keep me in suspense. The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit. What's on? Couple months. I owe them. We all... I mean...
You weren't incompetent. You just...
You could stay...
Where are we headed? He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda. I'm just glad he's alive. pretty.
I'm listening. Reed Thompson? Let's hear it. What's Reed's up? Like everything else. He would do such a thing. Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip 'em out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from... Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing... A hero to the people who... Reed will never understand. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp... You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own... You know that's true.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them. It's not my... all anyone ever... So? I trust you. Anything else? I am kidding. Remains to... None of us are ever just... A little I can't... Not under Reed's... This is my home. That's because Reed was my boss. My son worked in that cannery. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him, so I buried my... I could not possibly care less if he does. I'm listening.
Something you need?
My offer remains standing. Go ahead. Can my offer? Go ahead. That you, I admit. Scripture. Yes, we. Losing out. Space. Ever.
Bring us honor. Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it, then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple of bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Oh, you got that?
Any progress on that? Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifice. What the fuck is this? Is this French? It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French! Ha! I was so high and mighty, I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted. Please. Nothing. But that's... You have a ship. Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back. Not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand if it comes to that. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers. But in... Most... I had... And that's... It's the journal of one of the originators of the Philosophist School of Thought, though it would be more than a philosophist, but most of that... Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I...
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery. I shall see you on the ship, Captain. Whenever...
Something you need?
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your
Off the threats, Frank.
we do this, there's no going back. Something you need? Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow, she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred? Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I just... Really? I mean, what?